Dr. Jaffe, what are your recommendations for someone who gets frequent muscle cramps, Charlie horses, spasms and fasciculations, or is experiencing muscle twitching? What are your recommendations for these kind of situations?
Yes, and including restless leg syndrome. All are signs of a deficit in cellular magnesium. So the answer is more magnesium in the cell, but in order to get it in the cell, it has to come into the body and be chaperoned to the cell. And we have pioneered enhanced uptake of magnesium with choline citrate. So I often say magnesium choline citrate because while it's a capsule or two and a teaspoon taken as a dose, they work synergistically in the body. Our limited data is it triples the uptake. Triples. And this is a very important point because almost everyone knows that if you take enough magnesium, you run to the bathroom and you don't like the person who recommended the high dose of magnesium. And yes, there are better and worser in the sense of more bioavailable or less bioavailable forms, but they all pass through the calcium magnesium ATPase ion channel. And that channel is known to saturate at 1/3 of what's available. So 2/3 of doses of oral magnesium stay in the intestines and can build up and cause hypermotility and diarrhea. We've pioneered the use of choline citrate, quaternary amine, and alkalinizing counter-ion to dramatically enhance the uptake and, more importantly, the retention at the cellular level. Because if you lack magnesium at the cellular level, the calcium that activates and causes many of those last symptoms that you mentioned, from twitchiness to Charlie horses to a little jump rope leads your calves to say, I'm unhappy. Magnesium deficit has become endemic. It's very common. Availability of magnesium in the American diet has gone down by half in the last roughly 50 years, and need, because of stress and toxins and changes in diet and environment, the need has doubled. So you can take it as a common affliction that many people are told to live with. And I'm telling you, it's a lack of magnesium in the cells, but you have to get the magnesium in with choline citrate. And then the choline citrate chaperones the delivery of the magnesium to the cell that's hungry for it. And then what happens? The cell now takes the magnesium and kicks the extra acid out of the cell. This alkalinizes the cell, it energizes the cell. You might have heard of ATP. The energy molecule of biology requires one magnesium for every ATP molecule for it to work. And the battery, the mitochondrial battery powerhouse of the cell, depends upon something called the proton gradient, which magnesium, only magnesium, with help from potassium, but mostly magnesium, creates. And without that proton gradient, the mitochondria goes to sleep. And without the mitochondria pumping energy and acid into you, with the help of magnesium to get the acid out, you get easily fatigued or irritable, or it disturbs your sleep or digestion. And there are so many interconnected ways that this cellular metabolic acidosis links to almost all chronic illness. And it's a tribute to Julian Seifter, who has written chapters in major medical texts and major medical journals about how important this is, and more important in the 21st century than even in the 20th or 19th century. So yes, we want to enhance your magnesium so that your calcium magnesium balance allows you to be resilient, allows you to be repaired, allows you to restore tolerance in your immune defense and repair system, so that you're not attacking yourself.